just want to clear the air and say my side of things without any, like, expectations or, you know.
Or ukulele.
Or ukulele. God, that ukulele.
Colleen Ballinger has officially attempted to make her comeback on the internet. Yep, Miss Toxic Gossip Train herself has rolled back into the station. No ukulele this time.
All aboard the Toxic Gossip Train.
And to make things even more bizarre, she decided to make a comeback on the podcast of Raven Simone. That's So Raven. A podcast that I thought honestly made no sense whatsoever, and I thought it was going to be a complete puff piece, kind of like how cosmopolitan magazines likes to platform creeps and weirdos and humanize them. But Raven kind of shredded Colleen with questions and classic That's So Raven looks.
You did not. I was actually laughing.
And I should have...
I think people want an apology. I think people want for you to acknowledge the things that happened on stage.
But before we look at the interview with That's So Raven and Colleen Ballinger, can we talk about the things that got Colleen cancelled? Let's have a recap. Let's see what got her cancelled in the first place. So Colleen sent nude photos of Trisha Paytas' OnlyFans to a minor. During her Miranda Sings live show, Colleen bought a 13-year-old fan on stage and sexualized them. Okay. Colleen was in a group chat with fans aged 12 plus. Yikes. She would make inappropriate jokes with minors in those group chats. She allegedly used the group chats to form close relationships with children and make them feel special, talk about her marriage, life, trauma, and ask minors about their favorite positions and their virginity. A fan posted a video 3 years ago addressing Colleen's negative behavior, which included her sending him lingerie when he was only a minor. Okay, and the list goes on.
We're meeting Colleen, and we've decided to do it now because we feel like enough time has passed for reflection and learning and for a real conversation behind the headlines.
So the purpose of this podcast was supposed to be understanding the human side of Colleen's story.
Today, we're sitting down with Colleen.
Raven's face. She's already unimpressed.
Our goal isn't to revisit every detail, but to understand the human side of the story that became very public. So
The human side of the story? Why do we care about that? Story that we already know, so I don't know why she's deciding to come back and talk about it again. And I thought it was weird because Raven Simone knows nothing about Colleen Ballinger.
Colleen Ballinger.
That is it. That is my name.
we said it right.
You did.
She even says that she doesn't know who she is and she didn't do any research about it beforehand. So anything that Colleen says, which is her version of events, is kind of met with some nodding, some mm-hms. For the most part, it was kind of a softball interview with questions like,
Did parents ever confront you after? Did you ever get any kind of interaction with an adult who said,
That
this
was too
didn't feel
much?
good for me and my child?
No.
Everything you were doing online was from a place of trying to please your fans and connect with your fans and
not lose them.
not lose them.
Yeah.
these are the kind of questions you ask a lone traveler in a bar who's trying to get home for Christmas in a Hallmark movie. Not a major scandal.
Yeah.
So now let's get into Colleen's actual narrative, which is basically the same script from her 2 year ago ukulele apology minus the ukulele.
All aboard.
Defense 1. I just wanted them to love me.
Wanted them to love you.
I wanted them to love me. I wanted them to like my content. I wanted them to be happy with what I was putting out there because, like I said, everything that I had was because they supported me.
Classic I grew mine is because I crave validation defense. She frames it as altruistic. I just wanted to please my fans.
There's been allegations of grooming. What do you think they're talking about?
Defense 2. I never wanted to groom anybody.
That was devastating and shocking. It was very shocking because I know that my intention and my actions have never been fueled with the desire to manipulate or groom anybody ever. That has never been something.
She didn't answer the question. What's going on here? Intention doesn't matter when you're grooming. Let's remember that, Colleen.
Yeah.
If you're a 30-year-old in a group chat with minors called the Weenies, I'm sorry, how are we not seeing the red flags here?
When she went up on stage for your live show, she was a part of the yoga challenge section.
Defense 3. She tries to downplay the yoga challenge.
Sexual or inappropriate thing. To me, the joke was that when the legs were open to do the pose, the fart sound effect came on screen. So it was like, once the legs opened up, there was a fart sound. And to me, that was all I thought that joke was. I never knew that was something that would make someone feel uncomfortable and trigger emotions and feelings. I feel terrible about that. Genuinely, when I heard about that, I felt so bad because that is something I'd never want to do, is trigger anyone, but especially a girl who's been through horrible things.
She tries to frame it as goofy, fun, fart joke humor. Meanwhile, the victim, Becky, had different memories about the situation. Becky said she was about 16 at the time of the incident and claims she was left traumatized for many years by it. I've been debating posting this picture, but this was me on stage. She encouraged her fans to wear revealing clothing so we would get called on stage, and then she exploited us and our bodies for her own gain. So yeah, I'm okay with calling her a predator. The whole bit was that I farted while in this position, which one, really childish, and two, effing embarrassing. When you're already in a vulnerable position. I was only a teenager here, and you can see that I had to stop to cover myself up even before I stood up. Defense 4. I took accountability.
But when you make a mistake and do something wrong, sometimes you gotta keep apologizing for it. And that's what I should have done.
No, you did not, no, you did not take accountability, Colleen. Yes, I do have a ukulele just in case I need to make any future apologies. But what accountability did Colleen take? She made a 10-minute ukulele video called Toxic Gossip Train, which was just a self-pity deflection.
People keep saying it's an apology song. I didn't apologize in that thing.
You did not.
I did not.
You know what?
There
you are
was
correct.
no
You did not
sorry
apologize.
in that.
You did not. I was actually laughing. Just letting you know. That was some crazy penmanship.
We also wouldn't, in watching it, I remember one of...
Yeah, that's so Raven. Defense number 5 that she has is that she wished someone would guide her.
I wish, first, that there was someone there to help guide me and say, like, hey, this could look bad taken out of context. This could look like... this could make someone uncomfortable, or, I wish there was someone there to kind of help guide me. But at the same time, I'm also disappointed in myself that I didn't know better, because other people did.
I'm sorry, do you need guidance? Do you need a shaman to tell you not to send minors inappropriate messages and pictures, and to even be talking to children in a group chat? You needed someone to tell you this?
I'm also disappointed in myself that I didn't know better.
With the limited knowledge that Raven and her partner have on Colleen Ballinger, I'm sure somebody probably told them this was going to be a good idea because it would get them views. But they didn't mention, or they didn't ask a lot of questions. They didn't ask about the weenie group chat. They didn't ask about how she would talk to minors, asking them their favorite positions. They didn't ask about how she sent Adam McIntyre lingerie when she was 13. No, she did mention that, actually. That part was really good.
I think it was like 10 years ago, something like that. I was doing a live stream, and I always loved giving away gifts to my fans online. So I would send them like a bobby pin of Miranda's or a lipstick of Miranda, an old shirt, Usually it was to encourage them to donate to a charity event that I would do every year. But I loved giving out stuff. And so I was doing a live stream like I did pretty often, and I was opening up a box of clothes that I had bought, and in it was this underwear bra set that I didn't order, and we were all laughing about it. So everyone in the chat was laughing about it, me and my friend, and he actually put it on over his clothes and was like, look at this, and we were laughing about it. And there are people in the comments saying, oh, send that to me, send that one to me. And we were like, we're not gonna do that, that's crazy. But then there was one fan in particular who kept asking us to send it, and I was like, obviously you can tell in the live, like I'm like hesitant about it because there is a little bit of brains in there somewhere that was like, maybe not, because I hesitated. But then I was like, and I didn't send it. I didn't. But then it just became an inside joke with the fandom, and everyone was like telling me to send it, and he kept asking for it. It was like months of this. And so finally I did, and it was very public and as a joke. And it was like a part of my brain was missing.
You sent someone lingerie because it was a joke and it was part of the fandom. So, Your Honor, case closed. What are we doing here? Lock her up. But why is she addressing everything from the past again? Everything from 3 years ago?
I obviously wish I could go back and do everything differently in my reactions to this whole situation. I feel terrible that I made anyone feel anything other than happy and safe in our little community online. That's all I ever wanted, and I feel so terrible that I disappointed so many people. And I'm genuine. Can't even talk.
You're okay.
Oh God, is she gonna fake cry?
And that's one of the things I've learned in the last 2 years is so much of my self-worth was based in the validation from my fans and making sure I was being entertaining and I was giving them what they wanted, and that was who I was as a person. So when that was taken away, I was like, then I'm nothing.
Bro, another fake cry? How are you making crying sounds with nothing's coming out of your eyes? I really think that Colleen believes that the public forgot why she got canceled in the first place, and the only reason that she's canceled is because she made a ukulele apology. Because she came back, and it seems like her strategy is to deny everything, say that her intentions were good, cry a little bit, and hope that nobody digs up the screenshots.
Not listening and addressing things and taking responsibility.
And playing the ukulele.
Yeah, I'm playing that damn ukulele.
So I just don't want you to forget that.
I will never
can't forget
trust
it.
me.
Here, I got a screenshot for you. A screenshot of Colleen Ballinger in the Weenie group chat talking about how she thought she took a dump in her pants, but actually it was blood. Like, come on, you're talking to a 13-year-old here.
Because even though I know that I never wanted to hurt anyone and my intentions and my desires were nothing negative in my interactions with these people, that needed to be said. They needed to say, like, hey, this isn't okay.
We've learned that Colleen Ballinger doesn't seem that sorry. She hasn't grown whatsoever. She's got the same excuses that she had in 2023. And this was honestly a disastrous comeback interview.
I certainly never thought I'm making a kid show or a kid character or something to entertain children. Like, that was never the goal ever, actually, in my career.
What is Raven writing now? Did not think it was supposed to be a kid show.